What's up, y'all? Croc 342 with another video. Back at it one more time. American Truck Simulator. Decided to go ahead and roll with the I noticed something. My screen is ain't the way it should be. Oh, give me a minute. Let me go ahead and format this real quick. Wait a minute. Just stretch it out. Had the same situation with Farm Sim 19. Let's see. Give me a minute before I get started. This is the quick job. Do a few quick jobs. I did add some other mods. I'm still in open beta 137. Let me go in and straighten something out real quick. We got my webcam. I mean, not my webcam. My tracker artwork, and I'm gonna go ahead and lock it in. Let me get this straightened out real quick. Bear with me a little bit. And that's another reason why I like to have the webcam up. You can kind of see what I go through trying to get this stuff formatted. I'll never format right. I think Farm Sim is the hardest hardest game to actually format when you got the triple monitors. Oh, I might have to, let me see. And then the way they created these boxes now, now you got to do all this. Ooh. Wow, I didn't even know I moved that. Oh, you can move stuff around. Wow, I didn't even know that. Interesting. I think they went too far with this, like the old way of doing it, where, you know, and I'm not gonna take away from what I got set up, my setup, because I didn't get triple monitors to go back to one monitor, and I mean, you know, just don't have time to do that. So for those that may have be interested, if they have triple monitors, this is mainly what you have to do. And your format is, because my middle screen, I'm not even sure what it is because it's new. It's a newer screen. So the last time I did a monitor, a resolution, not all my monitors are the same. The middle one is the same as, well, it's a different brand, Samsung, which is my low budget monitor. So this is technically pretty much in format of what the screen is already. If y'all look at it, normally you use your map to really give, if you have your GPS, right? I mean, this GPS screen right here, this will kind of help you understand how that goes. So I mean, so for me to do the quick jobs ain't bad. I'm just kind of, you know, give us some conversation on how to actually format it. A lot of your monitor setup has to be configured in the behind the scenes within your files, and there's a couple of number of values that you can change, and that will actually change your resolution on each screen. Plus you have to go into the actual your actual graphics card settings, and you have to get every monitor to actually they have to read each monitor, especially if it's a different format. Because even though you have different resolutions, it still will format to correct that. It has like self-correcting capability, so that's one thing I like about that. I know when I play Farm Sim and I play Spin Tires, everything is on the end. So I don't know. I don't want to really go back to the default resolution, just so y'all, I mean, just to make sure y'all see everything. You know, but I will do it. I mean, I'm looking for any information on that. If a person wants me to do that, then I'll do that, just so you can see everything. On here, it's not hard because you can actually use your track RR. Your track RR actually makes that makes a difference, and also in your settings. Also, I did show somebody. I don't know if anybody actually got a chance to check that out. Go back into the I gotta pull my seat back, and that's technically in every truck you get into. Now, unless it's in this, it's saved in the settings as you, because if you don't save it, then you have to redo it again. But it'll format, supposed to format in every truck, you know, the same. So yeah, since we got a lot of things going on in the world. Last time I talked to y'all, I was working on the van, and things are looking good. I mean, I took my time a little bit, extra a couple of days. It rained all day yesterday, or all evening yesterday. It's supposed to rain tonight, and it's supposed to be, I think Friday's supposed to be the highest, which that's going to change. Well, I think we pretty much in spring now, so I think they said we're gonna have an early spring. So I'm almost done with the, well, I'm not almost done, but the majority of the work is almost pretty much done. Once I get the intake in and actually have it in place where it can do its part when it's kind of configure itself back to the block itself, once, because of the gases have to seal and cure and things of that nature. So I'm not going to be starting it up right away. By the weekend it should be up and running, if nothing else gets into my way of getting it done. But to get a lot of the work done, it worked out. Oh, also I need to go in here, I forgot while I was talking. Those that don't have track RR, this is something that I use, and I still have it set up already in here. Let me see. Is it here? No, it's in the gameplay, and I think I tried to tell somebody about it. Now I don't know if they actually really paid attention to what I was talking about, but down here at the bottom it gives your, and I think I might have said something about it before, this is your camera settings. So you know, you pay, technically everything is based on your camera, I mean on the main camera of the game itself. So you have the steering camera rotation, the steering camera rotation factor. So if you click this will activate the camera as you turn the wheel. That's why when you see me turn the wheel, or the wheel be jacked turned a certain way, then you only see that way until I turn the wheel back. So this actually helps, as you progress the tab, it makes it even faster. Where you know the value is moved. I mean, the configuration is faster. The rotation factor, I meant, is faster as you go up. Move the tab up. So it was already right here, and I think the last time I had it up like that, and then I would, instead of me actually, as I turn, I don't have to look in the mirrors. The mirror's already in my view, and then I just turn the wheel back. In reverse, you have the normal steering camera rotation on reverse. So it's normally on normal, but you have disabled and you have inverted. I'm not really sure how that works. I never really got a chance. I've used it, but I never really seen the difference in the reverse. Then you got the blinker camera rotation. So anytime you turn your blinker on, it will go to that side. If you turn to the right, then it will rotate to that side. But you know, I can use it because I have all three of my monitors. But if you only have one monitor, then it's going to be an issue, because then it's going to have you pointing that way to the direction of the turn signal, and then you may crash your truck because you don't know how to actually hold the road while that camera is engaged. Physical camera movement. So as you technically, as the truck moves, the camera actually moves with the truck. That's another factor. And then you have your factor where you can adjust it. So as I turn my wheel and turn or drive, like outside, the outside camera, it actually rotates around the truck. Only thing that you would have to adjust, and I normally adjust it as I use the mouse or whatever, and I have like 2 different ways of using my cameras to rotate. I can use my side panel that has a joystick, and then you have the mouse also, because the mouse is a little bit slower than you using your joystick if you have a joystick. So that's pretty much it. And then with that, I forgot to say something about that, and that's pretty much it on that subject. Let's go back in, and I think we only had so we got a heavy haul right here. That's the Pinga W900. It's been updated 136, and that's as far as been updated. More likely he'll probably be, and that's a free mod on his site. That's the only way you can get it. You have to sub, you have to connect on his website. Plus he has other paid mods if you're interested in that. But you know, you have the free mods. This one is pretty good. It's got some little flaws in it, but it's not bad. I think he may be updating it again, and it may be because of the it could be my mods being in here. Sometimes they could conflict, things of that nature. So sometimes you got to just monitor how you use your mods. Okay, so let's get going. I did come across some more sound packs, so I don't know when I'm going to be run them. I did put my GTM trucks in here also in this profile, just to see how they perform, you know, in game. So alright, so this is just a short run for this. This is the load. It's a heavy load, all terrain crane, and is on technically the newest 77,500 pounds on the Farmington HMS machinery. This is sort of a truck and trailer setup. That's like an employer, so you don't have to. You can't upgrade the truck, but you can gas it up, and you can fix the damage, and then they pay for it. You know, so this is mainly the trucks that you start out with before you even attempt to even buy a truck. So, pretty words to the wise, those that may be interested in getting started. Excuse me. In ATS, or better known as American Truck Simulator, that's mainly where you start. Because you won't own a truck until you make enough money and you build up credibility with the dealers for them to allow you to get trucks. Plus, you gotta build up credibility with the hiring places too. So you have to find the hiring places in order to be able to buy. I mean, in order to hire anybody. That's just the way it is. So then you have to make enough revenue to actually get a garage. There's a lot of work in the game. So, and I think this is the ISX 1500 or 15. More like this is one of the Cummins default truck motors, but I'm hearing that they had upgraded some of the sounds and they're just slowly doing it. Plus, I got the window down. Come out the clutch too fast. Just stayed on the clutch a little bit. Come out here. Some cops. No, I ain't a cop. I thought that was a cop. Still got stuck. I knew I was getting stuck. I think because that Jeep, I forgot. Yeah, this thing got the Jeep on it. So I gotta watch this, getting off these tight spaces. Normally I swing out pretty good, but this is like a single highway. It ain't even a full-fledged highway. I had to get all in it. This thing is super long. So I'm running that. I thought I forgot.
Turn left.
Guess it. I don't know if they're gonna actually fix the brakes. The brake sound. That's technically a separate brake. I mean, separate sound from the engine. So maybe somebody, maybe they'll create a format for what. Well, they already have the format. All you do is just somebody just need to update a lot of the mods for those sounds. And then a lot of times the sounds come with the truck. I mean, with the motor. I don't know if these motors is gonna have the sounds like they used to. So. Remember that Jeep is on the back of here.
Stay left, then turn left.
Okay, this is destinations.
It was a nice ride.
I have to come out so I can see. I probably ain't gonna be able to make it. I may be able to make it. Yeah. Here we go. I'm just gonna let them go on ahead and drop it because it's just too much, because this area is too tight. Okay. See if we can find us another quick job. Sort of on the sleepy side. Got up. Not really sure what I was gonna do, so. I might have spaced out for a minute. Oh, this room is a little too warm for me, I guess. Got a lot of choices, but I don't know. Guess I'll roll this Volvo. Other than that, hopefully everything's good. Just trying to occupy my time. All right.
Time to hit the road.
It's raining. It's a box. The box. Turn his lights on. I think I gotta reformat that. Let me see. That's not supposed to be like that. Beams should be up here. Yeah, they are up here. I don't know. Maybe that's just the way the truck is set up. Okay. All right. I just noticed a sticker on there. Oh, well, this one got to be updated. Window don't work. Maybe the moderator get it together. Oh, come on, you. Always get stuck right there. Oh, plus he was coming out anyways. Ooh, got 3 coils. So a lot of coils on the back of there. Oh, come on. Not in the mood for this stuff. Oh, this thing is longer than I thought. Let's just have to stay outside for a minute. My light's on. It wasn't on.
Stay left, then turn left. Turn left.
Got the fan on. I think it may have got a little warm. Maybe just warm in the house. Sometimes the heat can be up higher than I think. For some reason, my room, my gaming setup is, it gets hotter than anywhere. And then I got this game, so I barely something get cold in here.
Stay right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Yeah, the funny thing about it, I shouldn't be tired because I normally have to get up and go to work. And since everything is sort of on lockdown, you know, got up about 3. You know, it's a little after 5, so almost going on 6. After this run, I'm gonna go in and take me a little nap so I can try to at least get that intake going and nothing else.
Stay right.
Then it could be the shirt I'm wearing. It's like a sort of thin thermal. Didn't do too bad yesterday. Had the cross pattern. Tighten the bolts on my upper premium manifold premium. So then I got a chance to change the seals and the fuel regulator. This has run. Oh snap, lost it. Sorry about that. I had to go to show them and take my black tail back to bed. Take my tail back to bed. And it's crazy how I've been asleep for a minute. It's just sometimes you can be just restless. I mean, I worked yesterday. I stayed outside until I got something accomplished. So plus I went Facebook Live, talked to a lot of my followers or whatever about what's going on in our current situation. And all you can do is follow suit. And you got the fear to just follow suit, just sort of stay out the way so things could sort of get better. more you go against the grain, the worse it's gonna get. So you would be optimistic about it. That's all you can do. Sort of talk so I can kind of stay woke a little bit. I definitely wasn't expecting him to be sleepy like this, but I know I gotta close it. Go outside. Maybe that's probably what it is. It's being behind the wheel. I think I was in somebody's on somebody's page. Sometimes the darkness can put you to sleep. I normally don't go to sleep like that, but I know me and heat, that just don't get along. Now they want me to hurry him and drop off the load, which is fine. I want to hurry him drop the load off anyway, quick. Hold on a minute. Turn that down. Hold on. Give me a minute. That's not supposed to be on. So that means I didn't go in here and change that. Let me see. The sounds, radio sounds. Music sounds, that's not supposed to be on. Game sounds, music sounds, game sounds. Find out what that is. I don't know. Whole world sounds. Trade noise. Let me see if that works. I'll see in a minute. Because normally if you're getting closer to your destination, then there's some music, but a lot of that music is copyright. I can't use it. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn it off. Hold on, I'm gonna turn that all off. That's another reason why I don't play music in my interior sounds, radio sounds. Maybe this one. Because I can't remember exactly which one it is. Somewhere else sounds. Let's try that one. Hopefully it turns it down. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. So now we can control all our sounds. And yeah, but normally I don't have that on because they'll be trying to give me a copyright. I did play some old archive stuff that I had because I still have my Elgato game capture card, which cost me a lot of money. When I used it, I tried to use it. It was cool, but it just, I couldn't get the sound to do right, like for myself, for my volume, which I probably can do now. But if I do hook it up, it only work. It would take over one of my monitors, which I don't like it to do. And that's another reason why if I had another video card, then it would have to have 4 slots. Then I could run that the capture card to that monitor, and then I still have all three of my monitors. So I do have a 4th monitor because courtesy of going to the Goodwill and get this one for like $10. And the next one on the right, it was $15. So works out. You know, you're on a budget. Just like now, we definitely gotta watch what we get into and how much money we spend, stuff like that now, because now we are all in a shambles. You got some that are working, you know, and they're only working because if it's not interfering with the normal stuff like enjoyment, entertainment, beautifying yourself when it comes down to cutting your hair and stuff like that. It really ain't gonna affect you. If you're not part of the like out and about in the world per se, then of course it's not gonna affect you. Somebody had talked to Amish folks, and they said it didn't even affect them because they still able to make money. They live off the land. So anytime you live off the land, it's not gonna affect you. It's not gonna affect you. Alright, we almost dropping this off. All trucks over, okay, next right. Over 20,000 pounds. So I fixed, okay, we bypassing it this time. So now you got signs if you're going over 20,000 pounds, then they put you into the scale. Yeah, I think it's this heat because normally me and heat don't get along. That's probably why I was able to hang outside so long out in the warm. Out in the cold because I normally contain my own heat. So I'm just trying to get as many videos out, as much content out as I can. While things are at a standstill. My next big job is pulling my transmission. I'm not sure if I want to rebuild it or not, and I think it would take me much longer time to rebuild it the way I want it. So we'll see. I might just go and come across another transmission. I still try to rebuild the one I got. It's just it's just a lot of work. Even with the intake, I wasn't planning on doing the work, but when it comes down to being on a budget, you have to protect yourself at all costs. Okay. And I think I forgot that I was in stick shift. I shut the truck off. I just go to show them I'm tired, very tired. I don't know why. I must be just restless. Because I stayed out there a long time, didn't get a nap, and then when I did lay down, I thought I got enough sleep, and I guess not. Oh, and I'm still too close to the door. Yeah, I'm off my game tonight, or this morning. For those of this morning too, and even when I render this video, it'll probably be a different time slot or whatever. I'm not gonna put us in the slot because you can't, because that big old truck right there, so it's a long trailer. So I'm just going to drop it off right here, and that'll be enough quick jobs for the night. Take my blacktail back to bed. That's where I'm going, to bed. It's 6 o'clock, but I'm gonna try to at least get a couple hours in, because all I want to do is do the intake and get it centered and in place. Once I get it in place, when I did look at the gaskets, I forgot when I got the reinforced gaskets. Was it Felt Pro gaskets? They're pretty good gaskets, so I got a chance to do the CO for the upper intake plenum, which is the upper manifold, which is the intake plenum. That's what it's called. So I sealed that. I got a new seal for that. New valve covers. I did the valve covers. That'd probably be the last thing I do after the intake is in place. The main intake is in place. I took apart the spider, which is the main component for the fuel injection. Took that out, cleaned it up a little bit as much as I could, because it sits right into the intake, and you got the EGR valve system right there, so it's just so much soot in there. So I tried to clean it out as much as I could, but I did spray it. So at least when it does heat up, it will, you can, I mean, when I put it on the road, it'll blow that stuff out. Plus I'm probably gonna have to put a different octane gas in there to kind of burn a lot of this stuff out. Did clean the surfaces. Did do the chase the intake holes for the bolts. So I have new bolts. They said they recommend new bolts. So new bolts come with with sealing on them. So I could have used the old bolts, but they recommended it was only a few bucks extra because it came with the whole kit. So and there was another little thing for the fuel regulator. So I took that apart, and there was a spacer, and then a O-ring. Well, O-ring. Well, you take it apart, it's one unit. Then you got a screen. Well, no, you got a spacer. Then you got an O-ring. Then you got a screen. Then you got another O-ring. So I was able to put the new O-ring in, put the screen back in place, but I could not use because of the thickness of the new O-ring. So evidently that eliminates the spacer. So I was able to, I kept, decided to fight with it a little bit to make sure it actually, the little bracket or the retainer actually was in place to actually hold it in place. So it was a tight fit, but I think it's good because then I won't have to worry about that thing deteriorating as fast, shrinking and stuff like that. And then it eliminated the spacer, but I still keep those little components. And stuff was like 20 something years old. I mean, the gaskets were just terrible. The intake gaskets were terrible. If you have Dexcool cars or vehicles that have the orange antifreeze, be on the lookout that the original gaskets will go bad. I mean, I don't care how many miles you got on it. You have 50,000 miles, and those went out at 106,000 on that truck. And that truck's block is exceptionally clean because it didn't have no leaks, no oil leaks. And I noticed that I was getting a slight leak from my antifreeze, and then it was misfiring real bad. So I knew it had to be an issue with the computer not metering, not receiving the information from the intake properly. So the intake, mainly the meter air, which that's the only place where the air is supposed to be coming through. If it comes through anywhere else, then you have misfire issues, where your check engine light flashes and stuff like that. So decided to go in and save myself $600, by doing the work. Still didn't cost me probably not even $200 for even the parts. I mean, not even probably barely about maybe about $150 for the parts, because it was $70 something for the gasket set, $10 for the chaser for the tap. I had to buy a carburetor cleaner. I have a special carburetor cleaner I use, which is called B12 Chemitool, which is probably the best on the planet when it comes down to cleaning. It doesn't leave residue, but you have to, when you spray it, it's best to get, because it eats paint. So it's so strong that it eat paint. So it's a good chemical. Plus I had some degreaser stuff, so I had to use that later once I put everything back together. And I had to take another bracket loose, which was fine. Made sure I had all the harnesses up, so when I get ready to put it in, it's gonna be like me taking it and putting a coffin in. It's crazy how it in the ground almost. Not to be saying that that's a good thing, but that's the way you have to. I mean, because this thing is heavy and you have to brace it, and I don't have nobody else help me do it. I did possibly ask my wife to help me, but and I probably will. I don't know. She may not be up to it, and when I normally do something, I normally can handle it myself, because I still have the when I should have took those gas lines back loose. I don't know how to see, but I know I put some things together because I knew that I'm gonna have a hard time trying to put a lot of those components on inside the van. It's a lot of room, but it's less. There's not a lot of clearance when it comes down to certain components. So it's got a new throttle body gasket. All the gaskets were changed except one gasket. I couldn't change the map sensor gasket. They had me take the thing apart, and I could have just went on and kept it on there, but I should have just left it alone. But we'll see how it plays out. I might have to go and get a new one. So I did put some oil on it, so if I need to pry it back out, I'll pry it back out and put another one in. I have to price one, and I doubt that's gonna be a problem because the thing was running pretty good, even though plus I bought me an analyzer to be able to do the coalition thing, which it technically fine tunes the motor. Normally when you actually look at the values and to see, because you're dealing with mechanical parts turned into electronic parts. It's just like my shifter. If y'all notice, my shifter, it's a mechanical part. It's out of a truck, out of a real truck, and it had air lines hooked up to it, and that's how you use the shifter. This has actually been gutted out and been rebuilt, and it has a half effect sensors in it where everything is electronic and it just ran to a USB and things of that nature. So it has a USB card in it that actually is a little bitty board, and it actually has all the everything you need in order to synchronize it with the game or with any game. So I don't just use it on Mega Truck Simulator or Euro Truck. I use it on Euro Truck. I use it on Farm Sim 19. Use it on spin tires. So I get my value out of it. It cost me a little bit of money, but it was worth the money. Worth its weight in gold, because people are trying to build their own, and it's fine. And you got individuals that are putting them together. So so I think just getting inside of it and putting the things, putting the pieces together is the thing that's the hardest thing. So other than that, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next video. I'm gonna sign off from here. I'll catch y'all on the next video. Croc 342 out.